So, free-to-play games have become more and more popular with gamers over recent years, and we're seeing more games adopt the free-to-play formula, which isn't exactly a bad thing. The best free-to-play games can keep gamers occupied for months on end and at no cost to them. With everything costing more money these days, I think that's a really great thing. But with so many options out there, which are the best ones to play on the PlayStation in 2023? Well, in this video, I'll be going through a list of the best free-to-play games on the PlayStation, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get stuck in. So, coming in at number 10 is Astro's Playroom. If you have a PlayStation 5, you should absolutely be giving this charming little platformer a try. It was designed to showcase the consoles and specifically the latest DualSense controller's capabilities. It will give you the chance to experience everything in the latest controller, and it serves as a great tribute to the history of the PlayStation with its levels and many Easter eggs of huge games that have been released since the original PlayStation way back in the 90s. It's such a fun little free to play game, it should take you about 5 hours to complete, which is no time at all, and it's really easy to get the Platinum Trophy, so definitely give it a go if you have the PlayStation 5. Coming in at number 9 is Fall Guys. Originally, this game wasn't free to play, but they decided to make it free, and it's probably one of the best decisions they made. It's a sort of battle royale game, but with a very different to the likes of Fortnite, for example. Fall Guys consists of a wide variety of obstacle courses and 60 players to complete in a series of minigames as they race or battle their way to try and make the cut for the next round. And with each round, there are less and less players, and eventually only one player will be crowned the winner. It has a charming and extremely colourful visuals, and it is a very light-hearted game, though make no mistake, you'll definitely find yourself shouting at your TV playing this like I do myself. The game is great for all ages with a variety of courses, and the game does not get repetitive too quickly, and they constantly release new updates, so it's definitely one you should be trying. At number 8 is Genshin Impact. When it comes to role-playing games, not many of them are free to play, but Genshin Impact is probably one of, if not, the most popular of the lot. It's a story-based game that includes multiplayer and single-player modes, and to make it stand out amongst other free-to-play games, it also has an open world with the usual RPG elements including leveling up, looting and crafting. You'll be cooking, climbing and crossing your way across lush vistas alongside a great cast of characters. The location looks great on the PlayStation 5 and it's definitely one of the best free-to-play games for your RPG fans out there. Coming in at number 7 is Overwatch 2. Unlike its predecessor, Overwatch 2 is completely free to play, which came with both positive and negative reviews. There are also mixed reviews around Overwatch 2 with its stripped back content, battle pass and removal of loot boxes, but the gameplay aspect is second to none. It has a really good overall balanced experience that caters very well to both hardcore and casual game players alike. It'll consist of 5-person teams, so you can team deathmatch like a real team and strategize like a real squad. If you're a fan of hero shooters, then look no further than Overwatch 2 as you'll certainly be able to find the hero you enjoy playing as. Coming in at number 6 is Rocket League, aka car football. No, not car soccer because I'm English and it's definitely car football. Anyway, Rocket League has been around for quite a long time, but it's still an incredibly popular game allowing players to roam around a playing field in rocket-powered cars with some questionable suspension and hydraulics, meaning that half the game is spent played in the air. And with that, you may initially have some difficulty figuring out how to play this game well, but when you do start to get the hang of it, the game becomes immensely fun to play. It's still one of the major esport games out there, so there's always going to be a huge player base, so get into that car and start flying around stadiums, launching yourself at a giant football. Next up at 5 is Warframe, and this is a third-person shooter multiplayer online game which is currently one of the most popular free-to-play games, possibly down to the fact it has an abundance of content and new release content on a regular basis. Developer Digital Extremes has released more content to this game post-release than possibly any other game of its kind, which certainly helps keep the player base high. The game revolves around completing quests, upgrading the Warframe armor, hence the name. It has in-game currency called Platinum that players can use to upgrade and customize their spaceship and play with other players. The game also hosts daily events. As mentioned, it has a boatload of content to get invested in, so before you know it, you'll be slap bang in the middle of an intergalactic war, so go ahead and give this game a try. At number 4, we probably have Fortnite's biggest competitor, and that is Respawn's Apex Legends. It is another Battle Royale game which is different from Fortnite in that it is more focused on combat and it doesn't have a building side to the game. Matches have 60 players and it will pit teams of 3 against one another, which means co-op is a huge part of succeeding in the game. It is a first-person shooter game, again differing from Fortnite as it contains various characters with different playing styles, so you can change it up at any time if you want to. You're able to see through walls, track enemies, utilize stealth skills, meaning strategy, and of course teamwork are a key part to success in the game. The maps are fairly small, which means the matches in Apex Legends are quick and very deadly. It's a more hardcore game than Fortnite, so if that's more up your street, definitely give Apex Legends a go. At number 3, we have Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. This Call of Duty Battle Royale spin-off may not be one of a kind as Battle Royale games are becoming even more popular, but few come with Call of Duty's tight first-person shooter gameplay, polish, and probably the most important of all, budget. Warzone 2 isn't too dissimilar to its predecessor, but it's certainly a good evolution on the first game. It launched with a new map which takes inspiration from Modern Warfare 2's arenas. There is a DMZ mode which changes up the core gameplay by tasking players with collecting loot and escaping before being gunned down by other enemy players or AI. And of course, there is also the 2v2 Gulag where you can fight for your freedom. Warzone 2 is an incredibly fun and refined first-person shooter that you can play for free, so you should definitely give it a go if you haven't done so already. So I wasn't going to do a list like this and not include Fortnite, was I? So of course at number 2 is Fortnite. It is the most popular free-to-play game on the PlayStation by a country mile. It has Team Deathmatch, Battle Royale and the original Save the World mode, with new content being added and huge changes being seen in each season. It definitely makes it one to try. It looks fantastic on the PlayStation 5 and makes use of the latest DualSense controller, which makes it even more immersive. Even with the game coming out way back in 2017, it is still the dominant force in free-to-play games, and that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So, if you're into Battle Royale games, Fortnite is the obvious free choice to play. At top spot, we've got Destiny 2. I know there are expansions that cost to play, but Destiny the free version, referred to as Destiny 2 New Light, contains most of the game's content, so there's plenty to do without you having to fork out any money. It is a highly popular and incredibly well-refined shooter to play for free on the PlayStation 5, and that comes as no surprise that the studio behind Halo has made such an amazing action game. The game will have you playing as an adventurer, either a hunter, a titan or a warlock, and you'll be completing quests for a guild of guardians. All the missions in the game can be done in a group, so it's definitely one to play with your friends. Overall, even though it doesn't have the largest player base for a free-to-play game, I still think it is the best one all round, so if you haven't already, definitely give this game a try. And there you have it folks, there are my top 10 free-to-play games on the PlayStation. Are there any titles you think I've missed off this list? And if there are, leave a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're still here, it would be totally awesome if you could take a second to support my channel by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. And as always, thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.